The CBC is reporting that there will be a snap election called on Sunday. So it will be the Prime Minister himself, Mark Carney, going ahead and announcing that there will be an election. Here is a clip of how the news is being reported on CBC.
Mark Carney will dissolve Parliament and call an election this Sunday. That's March the 23rd. The election day, our sources are saying it varies, April 28th or the May the 5th, that a final decision has not yet been made. But this is from sources confirmed to CBC News and Radio-Canada.
So interesting, because for so long we have been urging the NDP to break up the deal. They've been propping up the Liberals for the last 4 years, and we've been calling on NDP leader Jagmeet Singh to do the right thing and allow Canadians to have a vote. Interesting that Mark Carney has sort of bypassed the NDP, had no interest in forming any kind of an alliance with him, and he's going to go trigger the election himself, which obviously means he's confident under him. He obviously knows that right now is perhaps his best opportunity. The Canadians don't know him very well. They might be willing to give him a chance. They haven't really been scrutinized. He hasn't really been properly vetted by the legacy media. They seem to have no interest in asking him tough questions or digging into his past or trying to find out what he believes about certain things about the world. And so on his own terms, he's calling the election. What do you make of all this?
Well, number one, I'm really happy that we're finally at this stage where there's an election going to be called. I think the latest survey was 72% of Canadians wanted an election. So thankfully, the election's coming. Democracy is going to be able to run its course. Look what has happened with the cabinet of Trudeau, right? How many people resigned, at least in my riding in Oakville East, for example, Anita Anand resigned when the polling looked bad. Then literally 2 weeks later, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks later, she came back and said, no, I had a change of mind when the polls changed. So, the polling, and I'm glad to hear that you are also doing independent polling. I think the change in the polling, what's happened, obviously, what's going on with the tariff wars with Trump, the people losing, the NDP losing their vote over to the Liberal Party. So they're taking this opportunity. They see it as a time to go ahead and capitalize on that momentum that they have. But again, I think what's really going on again is that shift of the numbers is really a collapse of the NDP. But I still think, in the people that I speak to every day, and again, I reach for Canadians from coast to coast like you, they're still stuck on understanding, look, what's happened over the last 9 years. None of that has changed. The cabinet that Mark Carney has is primarily everybody within Justin Trudeau's cabinet.